Hi, I'm Amy Moskowitz, and I'm the reference manager at the Haverford Township Free Library. I recently finished a book that most adult fans of Harry Potter will love. It's The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. Quote, "In this addictive and spectacularly imagined debut, a female apothecary secretly dispenses poisons to liberate women from the men who have wronged them, setting 3 lives across centuries on a dangerous collision course. Rule number 1, the poison must never be used to harm another woman. Rule number 2, the names of the murderer and her victim must be recorded in the apothecary's register." One cold February evening in 1791, at the back of a dark London alley in a hidden apothecary shop, Nella waits for her newest customer. Once a respected healer, Nella now uses her knowledge for a darker purpose, selling well-disguised poisons to desperate women who would kill to be free of the men in their lives. But when her new customer turns out to be a precocious 12-year-old named Eliza Fanning, an unexpected friendship sets in motion a strange string of events that jeopardizes Nella's world and threatens to expose the many women whose names are written in her register. In present-day London, aspiring historian Caroline Parswell spends her 10th wedding anniversary alone, reeling from the discovery of her husband's infidelity. When she discovers an old apothecary vial in the River Thames, she can't resist investigating, only to realize she's found a link to the unsolved apothecary murders that haunted London 2 centuries ago. As she deepens her search, Caroline's life collides with Nella's and Eliza's in a stunning twist of fate, and not everyone will survive. I love this book, and I put it among my top favorite books that I've read so far this year. Although not the biggest fan of the ending, which you'll have to read for yourself, this book kept me hooked from the beginning to the end. I think that my favorite character, even though I liked them all, was Eliza. For a young girl, she had a brave and fiery spirit. I admired a lot of the choices she made in the book, even though some of them made me wince and gasp. I felt that all of the characters were well depicted, and since I listened to this in the audiobook, they were well acted as well. The accents only added to the characters and did not detract at all from the story. I'd recommend this audiobook to audiobook listeners, and it has a great cast of characters that really got you absorbed into the novel, the location, and the time period. Bookpage called The Lost Apothecary, quote, "spellbinding, like in a well-brewed potion. All the ingredients have given exactly the right level of care and time, and the result is a novel that simply overwhelms with a delicate spell," unquote. And Library Journal said, quote, "intriguing. Readers will enjoy parallel historical contemporary narratives about women's lives, such as Claire Macmillan's The Necklace or Liz Trenow's The Forgotten Seamstress, will enjoy the historical details and mystery in this engrossing tale," unquote. This would be a great selection for book clubs, as there's a lot to unpack and discuss about history, the changing roles of women, and revenge. In fact, we are in the process of creating a book club in a bag for this title as we speak, so keep an eye out for it later this month. Thank you so much for joining me for this Reading with Reference, and come back next week for another recommendation. Thanks.